Notting Hill's biggest trick is that it sells a love story as fate, but it really runs on logistics, privacy, status threat, and the weird pressure of being known by strangers. The romance works when two people build a small, protected bubble, and it fails the moment the outside world leaks in. The film is from 1999, directed by Roger Michell. Its central mismatch is simple and brutal. William is a divorced travel bookshop owner. Anna is an internationally famous film actor. From the first meeting, William doesn't meet a neutral stranger. He meets a symbol he already knows. That preloaded familiarity matters because it feels like intimacy, but it is not earned. That's the parasocial pull. When you've seen someone in movies and interviews, your brain fills in blanks. You think you know their vibe. The story keeps forcing him to trade that fantasy for real information, gathered the only way it can be gathered, through time together. One of the most accurate patterns is the push and pull on both sides. William leans in when he can treat Anna like a person, in a small private container. He backs off when he feels watched, judged, or simply lesser. Anna leans in when contact is low demand and low performative. She backs away when she anticipates extraction, publicity, leverage, entitlement, someone trying to take more than is offered. You can watch it like a distance regulator. When safety rises, they approach. When threat rises, they retreat. And that threat is not only emotional, it is structural. Anna's life trains her to treat ordinary encounters as risky, not because she is cold, but because the costs of openness are higher for her. That's why the early intimacy beats are also where the film cheats a little. The meet cute, the spill, the quick come to my flat move. It asks for a lot of trust, very fast. Real celebrity life usually has friction steps, people waiting outside, staff, a controlled transition. The movie skips those boundary routines because it wants the bubble immediately. The same compression shows up with the first kiss. Chemistry can spike quickly, sure, but under extreme status asymmetry, a kiss is rarely just a kiss. For the lower status partner, small signals can feel like promises. For the higher status partner, the same signal can be exploratory and reversible, unless both people name what it means. When that stays vague, each person fills in the blanks differently, and the later conflict is almost baked in. A great test scene is the birthday dinner with William's friends. It's warm and funny, and it creates local normality. For a moment, Anna is not a global object. She's a guest in a living room. That shift lets person perception replace symbol perception, at least briefly. It's the bubble forming. Then William crosses into Anna's professional world through the press junket lie, the horse and hound deception. People lie in awkward moments. The key is what deception signals around someone who lives behind boundaries. It can read as an access attempt, and that is a threat cue. Even if she forgives him, trust would realistically tighten. More rules, more clarity. The film plays it for comedy and keeps moving. Then comes the boyfriend in the bedroom discovery, and William's fast self-erasure. His withdrawal is believable. When humiliation and status threat hit, some people fight for reassurance. Others deactivate. They go quiet. They disappear. What's compressed is how little we see him try to reduce uncertainty. In messy early stages, most people ask at least one direct question before vanishing, because ambiguity hurts. Finally, the movie chooses a public repair. A press conference question becomes the tool that resolves a private rupture. That is romantic on screen, but behaviorally messy. Public settings add reputational costs. Saying no becomes a headline, not just an answer. And for the person already living under parasocial attention, that crowd's gaze is not neutral. The public feels invested. The public feels entitled. A more realistic version would put the real consent decision in private and let any public moment be secondary and optional. Still, the film nails something important about unequal relationships. Both people pay costs, just in different currencies. William pays in self-worth risk and constant comparison. Anna pays in privacy loss and the ever-present threat of intrusion. The relationship becomes possible only when they protect repeated, ordinary contact, long enough for real knowledge to replace fantasy. When status is unequal, love is not just a feeling, it is a boundary system that has to work under pressure.